Hi boys and girls, it's me Butch. I live in Vancouver, Canada. What I want to talk to you about is the Sony Nex-5 and the firmware upgrade version 5. I was having a few problems with my Nex-5 with the controls in the back of the camera locking up occasionally, and I still don't know what's causing that, but I thought that maybe if I upgraded the firmware that might help. I had a great deal of difficulty doing that because I have an expensive Sony 64-bit computer, and it absolutely refused to recognize the camera even if I put the update in the camera chip. I was trying to do the update with the firmware in the camera chip, and the computer said that it couldn't recognize the camera, which was impossible because that's how it was getting the firmware. But I'm digressing here. I got in touch with Sony support and they suggested I try a different computer, so I dug out my old XP computer and did some online upgrades because it hadn't been online for a couple of years. Downloaded the firmware, and I did manage to install the firmware version 5, and this is the original Sony Nex-5 camera, the original one, which had version 2 in it before. Now since I've upgraded to version 5, the camera is useless, and Sony has advised me there's no way to reverse the software update, so Sony has destroyed my Nex-5. It's nothing more than a piece of garbage now, completely useless. I'm recording this video on it, so I suppose if I'm desperate I could do some video, but the stills are completely useless. The highlights are washed out, there's no color saturation. Even with intensive correction, I use GIMP. Photoshop would probably be the same. There's no way to fix the photographs. I can make them acceptable, but the originals are horrible, and it's completely unacceptable. So Sony destroyed my Nex-5 by creating this update which doesn't work, and I strongly suggest that if you do have a Nex-5, you absolutely avoid doing the firmware upgrade. If you do it, you'll end up in the same boat as I am. You will destroy your Nex-5. It'll become useless. I'll try posting a couple of stills I took today, and maybe you'll be able to see on the video what it does. And this video is just simply to warn you, do not try to upgrade your firmware. You will wreck your camera, and I completely, absolutely blame Sony. Sony owes me a new camera body. So Sony, if you watch this, you screwed me. I don't know what to do for my next camera. I've been out looking at Nikons, but to get the super wide lens I have to spend extra money, but it's looking like my next cameras will be Nikons, and Sony, you can go screw yourself. That's it from Butch. Bye bye.